So here's Tucker Carlson, who is really, just willing to say it all and bear it all and go, if you would, a little nuclear on the management team that used to run the place. Here he is speaking with his friend Dave Portnoy, who used to be on Fox or is like always on Fox. I don't know if he's going to be doing so many Fox business appearances these days. Anyway, take a listen to what Tucker had to say.
Let me ask you this. Before the Fox unwinded.
You mean I got fired?
Yes. Did you think were you ardent, go Fox, go guy, or
My view on Fox hasn't really changed. They let me say whatever I wanted, really, for 14 years, and I'll never stop being grateful for that. And then, obviously, I said too much, and I'm not exactly sure what I said that was bad. No one ever told me, but one day they're like, "Oh, can't have this anymore," and they fired me. And I even told them as they were firing me, it's your business. I made a mental note, never work for anyone else again, and I never will. But I can't be mad about it. I mean, they were great to me. The Murdochs were always nice to me, and one day, for whatever reason, they'd had enough. So my feelings weren't hurt. I was not expecting it.
So were you, for me, when I was with Penn, I knew there were things, it's like, oh, I can't go there. They made that clear. Did you feel like at Fox you could say whatever you want?
Well, there was always internal, the Murdochs were always nice. They never got in my way at all. They were always super nice to me. But there were, it's a company run by fearful women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there were always
Okay, so that's not going to land well with some people. It's a company run by fearful women, and he kind of just threw that in there. And Dave Portnoy was like, yeah. Again, I have a feeling his appearance on Fox and Friends may just be canceled tomorrow because he's agreeing with him. What I would like to just sort of add to that is, listen, it doesn't matter, right? If you're male or female, if you are fearful, you are bad management, period. And we had some very fearful people over on the Fox business side that were not female, and they were very fearful. So I think fear is the underlying factor here. I'm just going to say, it's funny, he's taking a dig at women, and I get it, he's got a demo, but I'm going to tell you, it's bigger, broader than that, because these are people that are fearful. And fear is a really debilitating thing, especially within an organization. Organizations need to be run by those generals, right? And then you need somebody out in front that can kind of take the heat and manage the Murdochs, so to speak. I mean, the Murdochs don't want to have to be the bad guy telling Tucker, you can say this, you can't say that. They'll call whoever they need to call. And they did. Now, what's interesting is they believe that a woman was running the place. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I think that she was there and is still there in name to run the place and to give the place a new look, a new facade. Oh, isn't this great? We have a female CEO at Fox News. Aren't we great? But is she really running the joint? See, when I was there, I got the sense that, one, she was in over her head. I mean, this was so far beyond. I mean, she started as secretary, had worked there many, many years, had worked her way up to executive producer, and I'm sure was a talented producer. But there is a difference between being a producer on one show and managing an entire network, right? They're two totally different things, and it takes a certain gift, if you would, to manage a big network like that. I've talked about it before. I mean, talent, they're not easy to deal with, and they call us talent for a reason, right? So you have all these big personalities, and everybody wants resources, and everybody's fighting for their time. Everybody's fighting for their guests, and you have to manage that. And if you don't, then it gets a little off the rails. And that's what led perhaps to the Dominion stuff. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.